Hello class 10 students. Today we discuss part 2 of chapter 5, that is cascading style sheet. In this chapter you will learn different properties used in the as well as limitations of the CSS. So these two topics you will learn in this video. Discuss about CSS background properties. There are various CSS background properties. We discuss one by one. Okay, you see that background is used to change the background of our web page. Whenever we want to add image in our web page as a background, so that is possible through the CSS also. Okay, so now the various properties are there, we discuss one by one. So first properties, if you want to add the background color, so that is possible through the background color. So this property add the colors, whatever the colors when you write, so the same color is viewed as a background. Fine. So if you want to add the image as a background, then the same is also possible. I will give the example in my next slide. Third is if you want to, by default, when you add the image will repeatedly shows on the horizontal side and vertical side. But if you want to do some modification, then also it is possible. So there are various background repeat is there, like whenever you specify repeat dash x, so horizontally the image will repeat it. Whenever we specify repeat slash y, so image is repeated on vertically. Okay, you will more understand in my next slide. I will show with the example. Background position, you can also set the position of your image, whether you want on top side, center side or middle side. So these all are the background properties of you will more understand through this example. You can see that I have applied this cascading style sheet as a inner. Okay, so under the head tag I have used the style tag. So for body, this background I have add the image. Okay, whenever you want to add the image, so background dash image, and you have to specify the URL. So p1.jpg, so this image I have added as a background. So after that, whenever as I already said, repeat round. Okay, there are various type of repeat, that horizontally, vertically, round. So it is roundly, it is a image will show. You can see this is the first image, the same image this way, second, this is third image. So this is a round way image are view, or the same image are view in the round way. We can also set the position like a center image or view. So this is a quite good way to use the image as a background, as well as we can do some modification as per our requirement, like on left side or bottom side, as well as we can also use the repeat command, so that on only horizontal side or vertical sides. Here I have used the entry position round. So round means, I again tell you, like it roundly image as view. Okay, you can see that this is a same image on bottom side, on round left hand side also. So this is a examples of the background properties. Hope everyone understand. Yeah, this is a way we can write add the image. Fine. And other properties. Now we talking about font related properties. Okay, using CSS. So under the style tag, I have defined the h1 and a dot class. We have already learned, you have learned class in your video 1. So this is a font, whichever font you want apply, just font property, then colon, I have used the Arial and 28 pixels. So same is applied on whatever group I have made, like I will make the group class A. So this is a paragraph. So whenever I am applying class A under the H1 tag, so this CSS is applied. You can see in the output, this is the Arial size, and this is the size is 28 pixels. So this is a way, like you can use the font property under the CSS. Now we are talking text properties. Okay, like you see that our web pages are creative through the CSS. So there are various text properties are there, we discuss one by one. Like we can change the text color, okay, we can set the alignment like left alignment, right alignment, center. We can also text decorate. Decorate means this property set or remove the decorate from the text, like if you want to overline something or underline something your text, so that is also possible through the text decorate command. Okay, take. Now text transform. Text transform means if you want uppercase or lowercase or capitalize few text, so that is possible through the text transform tag. Text indentation. This property is used to specify the indentation of the first line of the text. So if you want first line should be indentation, that is a, so that is possible through the text indentation tag. So you more understand through my next slide. Okay, I've used a few text like text alignments, text decoration, text transform. You can see I've used the CSS. Under that H1 I have used and different three texts I have specified. Color I have specified red and text alignment center. Okay, so whenever I am applying H1, this is a paragraph. So this is a paragraph, it is a color is red and it is a alignment I have set center. So same way if you want my second text, that is text decorate overline. So like you can see the text and over that is a one line is view. So this through the text decorate we can add one line. Same way you can apply the uppercase. If you write some text and that you want should be uppercase, you can see this is the third text I have added, automatically it is showing in the uppercase. So I have used a few text attributes, hopefully everyone understand. You can apply more. So now we discuss more like text properties like letter spacing. If you between two letters, if you want to add the space or line height, there is a different line in your web pages. So you can also set the line heights. And text direction. So this property is used to change the direction of an element, like from right to left or left to right. You can also set like a text direction. Then word spacing. Okay, previously we spacing later spacing, we can also set the word spacing and text shadow, some different formattings we can set. So this all are the text inbuilt text in CSS that you can apply. Now we're talking about CSS margin and padding. So in a CSS web page we can also set the margin like top side margin, left, bottom or right side margin. Okay, so that is possible through the margin tag. So how it is possible? Margin dash top. So it is set the top level margin. So various properties are there under the margin. We can add the percentage or length, auto or inherit. Okay, this property we can use. So you will more understand. I have give some example. Okay, you can see my example. This is a cascading style sheet I have used under the head tag. Okay, here I will use the margin dot top and 200 pixels. Okay, so 200 margin is are there under web page. Then after text will view. Okay, so this is a margin tag, and here I have set the property in a pixel, that is 200 pixel. You can also set the percentage. Okay, so whenever you write the h1 tag, automatically margin are set. Same way you can set the margin on bottom side or left side or right side. About padding, what is a padding? Like whenever we create tables or border, and whenever we set the difference between the text and border, so that is setting through the padding tag. Okay, so this property is used to create a space around the content of the element in any defined border. Okay, so after defining the border, how much space you want, so that is set through the padding tag. So there are various properties in the padding tag: top, right, how much space you want, top side, right side or bottom side. Okay, same various properties are there in the padding. We can add the pixel or percentage. Fine, so you will more understand in my through this example. like you can see, I have give 100 pixel, I have create one border. Okay, under the border I have add the padding. Okay, so there is a 100 pixel padding is that, so 100 pixels space are there, then after the text is written. So under the head tag I've used the style, and these styles in which I've used the border 1 pixel and black colors I have assigned. Hello students, so I have added the padding here. You can separate both this attribute through this column. Okay, I have set the first I have border I have set, and then after that is 1 pixel, whatever the pixel you want, that is solid black. So this border is created, and whatever whenever I am applied the div tag. Okay, under the div tag I have used the padding top. So that is the top level padding is at 100 pixel. So this 100 spaces are there, then after this is padding is written. So if you want 50 pixels, so this is padding is coming here. So how much space you want, you can set through the padding tag. So hopefully everyone understand margin and padding and how to use the margin and padding in CSS. Now, till now we have discussed about all the advantages and usage and functionality about the CSS, but few limitations are also there. We will discuss, we just now discuss. CSS has different levels like level 1, 2, CSS 1, 2 and 3. So that is create some confusion to the developers, and also some in a web browser it is a really difficult, because in some web browsers show different result, and some web browsers show different results. So this are the problem. Fragmentation is we need to, whenever we create our code through the CSS, we also need to cross check in all the browsers, Mozilla or Firefox, because sometimes some codes are viewing different outputs in different browsers. So this is also one problem. And insecure, like sometimes CSS is open text based system, so this is also insecure. So these are few limitations of the CSS. Hopefully you and fine. Thank you.